Hey, what's going on, everybody? It's JR, and you are checking out the Sport Brief. Let's get straight to it. Tony Romo. By now, you know the deal, unless you've been living underneath a rock. Earlier this week, he played a bad game against the New York Giants. Granted, the Cowboys were in it. Granted, they had a lead to win it. But granted, Tony Romo played an awful game. 3 interceptions, I don't even know how many yards. Basically, he played like Brett Favre before Brett Favre went to rehab in the 90s. I'm talking about when Brett Favre was doing, he had a drinking problem or a pill problem, which basically gives us the Brett Favre that we have today. But anyway, back to Tony Romo. The guy, you know the story. He's going out with Jessica Simpson. He's probably doing freaky stuff with her. He's undrafted guy out of some bum school, and then Drew Bledsoe gets the stuffing beat out of him. So then now you have Romo, 2 Pro Bowls. You kind of know the story of Tony Romo. Oh, I can't leave out his 3,000 passing yard season and his 4,000 passing yard season. But here's the thing: when you got guys like now Tony Dorsett knocking on your door saying, "Hey man, who the hell are you? What have you done? Who said you were some great guy?" And that's basically what Tony Dorsett said. Now listen to this. And if you don't know who Tony Dorsett is, go Google him. Go on Wikipedia. The guy won a Super Bowl, I think, in like 78 or 79. He was a running back, and that's the short of it. But anyway, here we go. I don't know why on God's green earth Tony Romo has been anointed a superstar in the National Football League. Tony is very young in his career. Not to say you can't be young in your career and be a superstar, because you got one up there in Minnesota in Adrian Peterson. Now let's stop right there. When you get compared to another guy, that's pretty bad, man. That is bad. Tony Dorsett basically said, "Hey Romo, you know what, man? You suck." Adrian Peterson, yeah, he's a young guy just like you, but he's doing his thing. You are not. But here we go. Here's more. But the thing is, you have a guy in the NFL who hasn't done much. And quarterbacks in the NFL, most of them have to go through a learning curve. Eli Manning, remember when the Baltimore Ravens killed him his first game? He hasn't gone through that growing curve. But he was anointed this great player all of a sudden. Now he's having to live up to that. And obviously, Tony has some deficiencies. Now, when you say deficiencies, that makes me think special ed. And that is not a good look. I don't think Tony Romo is special ed, but when you say deficiencies, that is a special label that you can bestow upon another human being. Whether you're talking about academically or on a football field playing in some grass. Here's the bottom line. Tony Romo, I don't have an opinion about you, man. I could care less. And I know I have the Knicks banner behind me, but in no way am I a diehard New York Giants fan. So that has nothing to do with it. But my thing is, everybody is breaking your nuts. Even Emmitt Smith said, "Hey, the Cowboys are going 7-9 this year." The only guy I've heard that said, "Hey, Romo, you're going to do something good," or not even remotely that, is Jerry Jones. We have all the faith in the world in Tony Romo. And maybe Terrell Owens crying every now and then, "That's my quarterback," all that stuff. And now that guy is dropping passes in Buffalo. So he can't account for too much. Now, is it a matter of the guys around Romo? Does Wade Phillips, is he having too much barbecue? Is Roy Williams, does he still think he's in Detroit? I mean, what's going on there? Is Sean Garrett? I mean, the guy was a backup quarterback. I mean, what else can you say? Or is it Romo all by himself? Does he need to find another blonde? Maybe he needs to go to Cowboy. Maybe he needs to take me to Cowboy. These are all questions that make me go, is Romo overhyped? Now, when Tony Romo has 2 Super Bowls, then maybe Tony Dorsett will shut up. But I don't even know if that day is going to come, and I don't think it's going to come anytime soon. Let me know what you think. Hit me up on a BlackBerry, JRSportBrief@gmail.com. Drop a comment, and if you have a BlackBerry, maybe you can do the BBM thing with me. I don't know. That's kind of personal, but maybe. You never know. It depends. Hit me up. I am out. JRSportBrief@gmail.com. Later, y'all.